Welcome to the second edition of Tattooed Athlete. In this episode, I sit down with CrossFit Games athlete Tommy Vinas. Tommy was a member of Team Invictus that finished first place at the 2018 Dubai CrossFit Championship and third place finish at the 2019 Reebok CrossFit Games. Tommy and I talk about his 3 tattoos, including one full sleeve that is absolutely incredible. Then Tommy and I talk about what's next for him in fitness and also some exciting news with baby number 1 on the way. Thanks so much for watching and enjoy. All right. Hello, Tattooed Athletic Club, and welcome to the second edition of Tattooed Athlete. I'm super excited today to be joined by Tommy Vinas. Tommy, thanks for taking the time.
Heck yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm really excited about this journey of learning not only about tattoos, but obviously how that's connected to your athletic background. So before we get into your tattoos, because I'm really excited to learn about those and the story behind it, why don't you jump in before your time as a CrossFit Games athlete, and what's your athletic background that's kind of got you to that point?
So growing up, I was a swimmer. I swam competitively throughout high school. I did everything. I went from, I danced, I cheered, I did anything and everything I could. I played football, I played tennis, I pole vaulted, I ran track. But swimming was the big one. I swam all the way until my junior year and then kind of got burnt out. And that's when I found CrossFit. It was our dry land workout, actually. We'd get in the pool, do our workout, and then get out and do like a little CrossFit workout that was just like body weight style. And dryland coach was like, hey, you should try it out. So I went to a gym called CrossFit Fury, and that's where I actually met my coach. So in 2014, I met Will Trujillo, and he just led me on the journey where it took me now.
Right. And you're born and raised in Arizona, is that right?
Born and raised, Buckeye, Arizona.
Well, I got to hear a little bit about cheer, though, because that's pretty unique.
Yeah, so back in the high school days, I did everything. I did anything that was fun to me, and I liked tumbling. So I jumped in on some cool routines with friends. I never cheered on the pom team or anything,
Sure.
but I'd go to their gym because their gyms are so cool, man. They got those little bounce floors and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'd do standing fulls, and then it just translated over. I did like an advanced dance in high school.
Sure.
So I did 4 years, and it kind of just helped that out, being able to cheer and know how to use my body weight, and transferred over to dance, which was cool.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. So did you end up going to college and swimming or doing any sports or anything like that, or just right into CrossFit?
I was offered a couple D2 college scholarships. I got offered from ASU, but I was so burnt out. Going into my junior year was like sophomore year was Olympic trial year, and I thought I had a really good chance, and I came close, but I was burnt out. You swim so much, and if you don't love it, it's just going to eat you alive.
Right. So do you still swim now a little bit, or just to stay fit?
I have a good habit of just getting real chunky, so it helps me keep swimming. So right now I'm not swimming too much just because of the job I'm in, but when I'm good job, I usually swim like twice a week.
Excellent. And so what do you do when you're not training?
So when I'm not training, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a little bulk session going on, trying to get a little bit bigger, trying to put on some mass, just look good, feel good. Because the games right now, know what's going on. So it's kind of like, do I need to train full time and beat up my body, or do I just need to stay pretty dang fit and then feel good? So that's where I'm at.
Right. And were you guys planning on going to the games this year, or what was the plan for you this year?
I was planning on starting a family with my wife, and we ended up getting pregnant. We were pregnant. We're doing November.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So my goal was, I had a lot of fun last year. This year is I'm going to focus on my family, my wife, and making a family. So that happened. I was trying to get a full-time job as a firefighter, still am. And so I'm just going down that route, trying to get into the academy. But with the whole COVID thing going on right now, that's all shut down. So I'm just working construction as time goes on and trying to get on fire.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And again, congratulations. That's super exciting. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Excellent. First kid?
Yeah, first one.
You're not nervous, are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm shit my pants. But super excited, man. I've always wanted to start a family and have a little girl, and so we're having a girl, so it's super exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, let's jump into your tattoos, man. What's the first one you got, and what's the story behind it?
So I'm a Star Wars geek. I'm just a Disney geek and all. And so I got a little Rebel Alliance symbol, and it says hope through it. And so just being able to carry hope through anything you go, hard times, hardships, whatever, and carrying hope through that, and knowing that in the end it's going to be worth it and you'll have a good outcome is a huge take into life.
Right. And how old were you when you got that one?
Ooh, when did I get this one? I think I didn't allow myself to get tattoos until I was, I think, 22. Because I was like, just because they're on you forever, you know, you got to really think about it and really want it. And so I didn't allow because out of high school, I was like, I want to get this and this and this. But then I sat on them, and as time went on and I matured a little bit, I was like, damn, I'm really glad I didn't get those tattoos.
Right.
So 22 and a half, almost 23 when I got those done.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good practice, because I'm the same way, man. If I would have started getting tattoos young, I'd have like Nike swooshes and Jordan symbols, and I'd have all kinds of crazy stuff. So I hear definitely a good thing to wait and get something that's meaningful. So you got that in Arizona. Did you go in with the design and said, this is what I want, or did you let the artist kind of draw it up?
I let the artist do his thing. I was like, hey, I like this idea, and I know you're great at what you do. So here's this, run with it, dude.
Right. And you still like it? Still so happy with how it turned out?
Knowing what I know now with the full sleeve is I probably would have placed it differently, because that's a lot of real estate right there, right?
Oh yeah.
The whole arm is kind of like, I can't make a big piece out of it if I wanted to. I don't know if I want to, but I can't, if I wanted to go down the road and change like the theme of it or do something else, that's kind of a big piece of real estate where it's at. So I might have placed it a little different, but I love it.
Yeah, that's good. It looks really good. I mean, in terms of the artwork, and obviously I'm from a distance view, but man, it looks super cool, and I think the story behind it's awesome. So have you been to Star Wars Land yet?
Oh, such a fanatic. We'll go like 2-3 times a year, and we actually just went to World not too long ago before the whole COVID started, and we got to go to their Star Wars Land, and that was freaking trick, dude. That was so cool. I had a great time. Yeah.
My wife and I, massive Disney fans. Like I told you earlier, I've got the it's kind of fun to do the impossible Walt Disney quote on my right arm, because we're huge Disney freaks. I'm the 6'3" guy walking around with Mickey ears and the pin collection and the whole thing.
Right. No shame.
That's right. And when it comes to bulking, that's an easy way to do it too, between funnel cakes and turkey legs and all that good stuff. So okay, so what's your second tattoo?
The second one is on form. The little Mickey Mouse with the, I don't even know what they call the little lines and stuff in it, but I know they got like a style that's like that. And then my wife and I got them. So hers is on her left arm, mine's on my right arm. They match up when we hold hands together. But she always wanted tattoos, and I was like, if we get married, we're doing it. So like, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks before our wedding is when we got them done.
And did you go to the same artist for that one?
Yeah, so we used the same person. With that one was kind of, the only thing I did on that one that I would never do again is we were like, let's do it, and just walked into a random artist, and I would never do that again, ever.
Right. And so what's her favorite Disney character?
Favorite Disney? Ooh, that's a tough one for her. I'm gonna say her favorite. Oh, that's a toss-up, man. She's got some. Because she has this whole like idea on a sleeve she wants to do, and she has to do with Sleeping Beauty. So I would say maybe them, but with all the new ones out, she loves all the new little funky kid movies. So it's hard to put one character on it.
Right. Hey, but you guys can at least connect on Mickey. That's pretty cool. It's an awesome story. All right, so give me the story behind the big one, man. I was looking at the video you posted of it, and it looks like there's a lot going on. So I'm excited to hear about it.
So my grandpa and I were super close, and my grandpa's favorite holiday was Halloween, right? So loved Halloween, loved horror movies, all this good stuff. We watched a bunch of pirate movies. His favorite ride at Disneyland was Pirates of the Caribbean. So I got this like medieval, old school ship on the top that turns into a skull into like a kraken kind of octopus. So that whole thing was just for him, just knowing that like he was always in that horror story, kind of dark, scary thing. And we were always loved Pirates of the Caribbean. So I wanted that pirate ship and then to morph into something kind of scary. So that was the top piece. And then on the forearm, I have I can't tell if you can see it. It's like a hourglass.
Yeah, it looks great.
At the top. So that was, he always told me that he's like, dude, time goes by so much faster when you get older, and there's never enough time to do what you want. So you have limited time on Earth and limited time that you're going to be alive. So do what you can with your time, and don't waste it pretty much. So that's what the meaning behind that one was, is like go into life with the highest expectations and do everything that you want, because you don't ever know when your heart's going to start, you don't know when that last beat's going to be. So that's what the hourglass one was for. And then on the forearm, I have a map, and then it has my last name, has my parents' anniversary, my wife's anniversary, and then on the back right here is my family's initials with their birth dates. So that was along the lines of, no matter where I go in life, if it takes me across the country or wherever it takes me, as long as I'm with my family, I'm home. So it doesn't matter where I'm at or what we're doing, as long as we're together, we're home. And that's the main purpose and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that is super cool. So how many sittings was that?
This was 2 sittings. I did 13 and a half hours on the top piece and 13 and a half hours on the lower arm.
Whoa. That's a lot of time. What did you do during all that time?
My artist is super cool, and we chit-chat. Like, I would say for 10 hours, both times we just chit-chatted and was talking about life and what he wants to do and what kind of tattoos he likes to do and all that cool stuff. I like learning about that stuff and knowing like how he got into it and what he was doing before this and why he likes tattooing so much. So we just talked the whole time.
Right. So that was 13 plus hours in both sittings?
Yeah, so I'm almost 30 hours in on this arm. And I'm going to finish it. I'll finish the bicep pretty soon.
Yeah. What are you getting up on the bicep?
So the bicep, I'm in between a couple designs that I like to like go with a theme. Nothing that's like real meaningful to me, but I told him, I was like, I just want to fill it in. I don't want it to be an empty space, just because I don't like the look of it. And so I'm kind of letting him take the wheel. I showed him some themes or some ideas, and I was like, just do what you can, dude. Like, come up with something super badass that you want to tattoo and that you think's going to look good with a sleeve, and then do it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Like, Jesus, take the wheel.
Right. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Just don't embarrass me. Make it look good. So which part of the sleeve that you have going now hurt the worst?
Oh, my elbow.
Really?
Like the whole pit and the elbow was pretty dreadful. And then the tip of the wrist, like I told him to cuff it off. So like right above my watch, I have this cuff right on my wrist line because I didn't want anything on my hand. And that's where we started. And within like the first 2 minutes, I was like, this might have been a mistake because it hurts. But other than that, but the pit of the arm and then the elbow, those were like pretty gut wrenching. I wanted to cry.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Were you the type of person that's like, man, you got to stop, I got to take a break, or just like, hey, I'm just going to sit here and do your thing, it's going to hurt?
The elbow was pretty early on because he did the hourglass first. So the elbow was pretty early on and I was okay. But when he was doing the pit and all this shading up top and all this like light shading in the pit of my arm was like the last 20 minutes and I almost passed out. I was trying to like hold it together, but I looked at him and I was like, dude, if you don't finish in like 10 minutes, I'm done.
Yeah.
The tattoo itself wasn't bad, but every time he wiped it, I was so raw. It was just like, dude, stop.
And it's a different kind of sweat you get going when you get tattoos like that too, man. It's just like your hands are sweaty, you're dripping a little bit, you're just super uncomfortable. So I get it. I applaud you. That's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather, my biggest thing is I don't like it not finished. And so I was like, what's going to be, he's like, at first he was like 12 hours max, but then he started doing little detail stuff at the end and it was a little over. But I would rather get it done in one sitting because after each of my tattoos, I've been like, I'm never getting a tattoo again because it hurts so bad. And then 6 months later, I'm like, all right, I could do another tattoo. So if I got like halfway finished, I would have been like, nah, not for another. So I'd rather be it done, and then wait a while before I get a new one.
Right. I hear you. You know what's interesting, and a lot of the people I've talked to who have tattoos and have similar stories in terms of, the pain and the not wanting to quit it and stuff. And it's funny how much that getting a tattoo relates to CrossFit or sports, man. It's like, I'm not, and I'm sure you're the same, not going to go program a workout and do it halfway and then be done, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm all in or not in.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty awesome. So what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite of the three, or are they all just meaningful enough that you love them all?
I like all of them. My big one is the top of the arm and the hourglass. Those mean a lot to me, especially the hourglass, just like going at life and taking life to its fullest, because you never know. And my grandpa told me all the time, he's like, dude, There's never enough time in the world. Don't waste it. So going in every day knowing that like you never know when it's going to be your last, and treating it like it's your last has made life a lot more fuller for me and made me appreciate it more than just like going to work every day, coming home, cooking dinner, seeing my wife. So I personally like the hourglass one the most. It means the most to me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, I think in terms of having a favorite, I don't like answering that question either. So I appreciate you answering it, right? Because they all have a different meaning in some point, and I don't want to isolate one from the other, but yours are all super cool. The artwork's incredible. So I'm excited to see whenever you get the other bicep finished. And any idea when you're going to go sit down for that?
my wife and I just bought a new house, so probably not for a while. Just depending on because I mean, they're not cheap, not at all.
No.
And so the money situation and when it's going to be okay, now that I have a daughter on the way, my priorities have shifted a bit money-wise, because before I'd be like, yeah, whatever, let's do it. It's $1,000, let's go. But now that $1,000 can go to a lot of diapers, a lot of or if we have doctor's appointments or, all that good stuff. So the priorities have definitely shifted a little bit.
Right. It's definitely an investment. The good thing about the investment is whenever it's done, you get to take it with you forever. So it's pretty cool.
Most definitely, man.
So other than the bicep, any other plans after that for tattoos?
Not yet. Not just yet. The bicep's definitely going to get finished. I don't know if I want to do the other arm. I did want to go to this guy, what is his last name? It's like Nico Hurtado. He does the Rocks tattoos, but he's really realism color and Star Wars stuff. So I kind of wanted to go get a tattoo done by him. He's got a huge wait list, and he's super duper expensive, but his artwork is absolutely unreal. So depending on if I want it in a couple years, I might go get the Smiler arm done, but I'm going to sit on him for a while. I've sat on my right arm since high school. So I knew I wanted since high school, but I always told myself wait until either have a full-time job, or if like this is what I want, I'm okay with wearing a long sleeve shirt. If I have a profession that doesn't allow it, don't go out and just get it and then later on be like, oh damn, I shouldn't have done that. So I sat on that one for a while before I went and got it done.
Right. Well, so how long, in terms of starting your sleeve to where it's at now, how long of a process has that been?
Ooh, that was quick. So my top arm, I got finished, and then 3 months later, I went back for the forearm.
Oh, wow. And when you say forearm, that included like the inside as well?
The top piece was down to my elbow, which is what he finished there in the 13 hours, and then he finished the whole forearm in 13 hours. The hourglass, he did it really quick. I think the hourglass took maybe 3 hours, and then all these straight lines in the map and all the fine detail and the anchor and the rope took him a while. Yeah. But the hourglass was super, super quick. I was surprised. I was like, damn, you're finished, dude? Holy crap.
Yeah. Right. Well, it looks awesome, man. And, I'd love to hear more some other time. Love to hear more about that artist. Sounds pretty incredible. And he's out there in Arizona?
Yeah, his name's AB Inc. Okay. He's out of I just think it's called Knucklehead. It's kind of a cool place, but it's in downtown Glendale. Awesome. Their whole staff is awesome with artwork. He's got a friend named Ortega, and if you're ever into Greek god stuff, he is phenomenal. But the whole staff there are just great artists.
Right. And that's what I've learned getting tattoos is how important it is to find a good shop that you trust and you enjoy going to, and an artist that you can connect with. Makes the process a whole lot easier.
Because then you just know, dude, I know you're a savage. That's what you do. This is what I want. Make it yours.
Right. Yeah.
Because I've seen people go in just this is my idea. This is what I want. But the artist doesn't have any time to put what he wants into it. So it's kind of they half-ass it almost. Not that they half-ass it, but it's not what they really would want to do. And it's not their artwork, so they don't care as much about it. So I'm really here, this is my idea. Take the wheel, make it yours.
Yeah, that's what's been really cool and unique about the tattoos I've gotten as well, is I've gone in with a general idea of words or art, and then it's come out completely different than I expected, and I actually like it more. So I love that part of it. So other than that, what's next for you in terms of CrossFit and fitness?
We'll see what the season is going to look like. It's so up in the air right now. I would like to take another crack at individual. I think I'd have a really good shot if I put my head to it again. Last year, going into the team games, I was fitter than I've ever been in my entire life and had more confidence in myself than I've ever had in my entire life. And I think it really showed when I was at games. I think our team performed very well in a lot of the events, pretty bad in some of the events, but that's how the games go. And I felt like my performance was better than 2017 when I went. Just mentally, I was there more. In 2017, I was kind of like, I don't think I belong here. I made it last in my region, and I was just kind of like, I'm the low guy on the totem pole. And mentally, I just wasn't there like I was this last year. This last year, I was like, I'm here to win. I want to take down that top spot, and I think it really showed. So I think I have a good. And I think if we, depending on how the season looks, if we have regionals again or if it's just sanctionals, I'd like to go compete individually.
Yeah, absolutely. And how did you get connected with your team?
So I've been friends with Tino and CJ for a long time. I went out there in like 2016. I met them when did I make regionals? 2015, I made my first regionals. I met because Matty Myers was in our region. Real young, we were both like 18. And CJ then, I met him, we went out and trained there in 2016. I trained there for like weeks at a time going into regionals 2016. And ever since then, I've just had a great relationship with Tino, who's a coach there at Invictus, and CJ Martin, who's the owner of Invictus. And we just broke that relationship, and they hit me up going into this last year because I didn't think I was going to compete 2019 just because I was going to focus on myself and getting a job.
Right.
But hey, this is what we got. This is the team we're going to put together, and let's make it work. And so we went to Dubai thinking we were going to go win money and call it a year. I was going to call it a year, and then we ended up winning and making games. And we're like, damn, let's do this. Let's out of nowhere, we made games, and it was like, all right, we're doing this.
Yeah, you're in it now. You're in it at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. Well, I'm excited to watch you on your journey in terms of, finishing up your tattoo. And again, congratulations on the newborn on the way. And, certainly, hopefully we'll get past this COVID stuff and you can get back to training and back to the games.
Yeah, hopefully, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks so much for taking the time. And hopefully I can get out to Arizona. Maybe we catch a workout with you and talk some more tattoos.
Heck yeah. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, Tommy. Talk soon.
Yes. Thank you.